As requested in this video, I'm going to show you the setup if you would like to connect your K1 Live sound card to a mixer, then to an amplifier using your phone or tablet or iPad. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the cables I will be needing in this setup. So as you can see, I do have two microphones on here. One is a condenser microphone and one dynamic microphone. And this is the mixer I'll be using. And this is the K1 Live sound card. This is the amplifier amplifier receiver. And this is going to be the source of my background music. Let's say, for example, you just want to have karaoke setup, then you only need one device. Now, let me show you the cords cables I'll be using in this setup. So this one is 6.35 millimeter jack to 3.5 millimeter jack. It's the one that looks like that. And then this one here, this is the 3.5 millimeter jack to XLR, because I will be testing also to connect one microphone directly to the K1 Live sound card, and one microphone is connected to this mixer. And this lightning audio adapter, you don't need to have this one if your purpose is to just doing karaoke or you're not using an iPhone. So what I'm going to do is I will be using this adapter to connect to this iPhone here, because I'm going to record what I'm doing. So while I am recording, it is also the same as you are doing your live streaming. Okay, and I'll be using an earphone to monitor the audio. So let's say you want to monitor the audio first before you turn on your speaker connected to this amplifier receiver. And this, I do have two XLR here. So two XLR, male to female. Again, you don't need to have two of them, you only need one if you want. This is just for me to show you if what would be audio output if you're going to connect two microphones from this mixer. And this one here, RCA to 3.5 millimeter jack. I'll be using this one to connect the K1 Live sound card to this amplifier. And this one here, you don't need to use the yellow one for the video, so we will only be using this RCA to 3.5 millimeter jack. And this one here, this is 3.5 millimeter TRRS. This comes when you buy a K1 Live sound card. Okay, and now let's start the connections. First, I'm going to connect this XLR cables on here. So I'm going to be connecting two of them. Okay, so one on here, and then so the line one here, or mic one, I'm going to connect to this dynamic microphone. And then the next mic, or mic 2, I'm going to connect this condenser microphone. This is very self-explanatory. Connect one in there and one end to here. Okay, there you go. And now let's connect the mixer to the K1 Live sound card. So the purpose here is that the audio from here, so the audio that will come out from this mixer is gonna go in to this K1 Live sound card. For that, you have options. You can either connect from here, stereo out to here, or you can also connect rec out to the K1 Live sound card. And the cables that we will be using for that is this one. So we can use this one from here, stereo out. So it goes like that, and then this other end we will connect to the mic port of this K1 Live sound card. Another option is to connect to this one. So the RCA to 3.5 millimeter jack, the one that has two lines from here. So the one that says rec out, and then the other one, so the 3.5 millimeter jack to the mic port of this K1 Live sound card. So again, whichever or whatever you have. Okay, and maybe let's use this one. Okay, so let's connect this one here from stereo out. And then the other end we will connect to here, to the mic port of this K1 Live sound card. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I will be recording what I am doing so I can share also to you the audio output if in case you are, let's say, doing a live streaming while you're doing your karaoke setup. And for that, I will be needing this one here, TRRS. Again, if you're not going to be recording it, or if you're not going to go on live, you can skip this portion. Okay, so for that, I will connect one end here to the one that says live 1 or 2. You just select, and then the other end I will connect. Okay, the other end I will connect to this lightning audio adapter, and then I will connect it to this device. Okay, so this device here. And this earphone here, it's really up to you if you want to use this. Anyway, there is a speaker connected to the amplifier receiver. So it's up to you if you still want to use this one. Okay, and maybe let's just connect this one also. So let's connect this one to here. Maybe let's connect this one to the one that says headset. And now let's connect the K1 Live sound card to the amplifier or receiver. And to do that, we will use this one here, RCA to 3.5mm jack. Let's connect the 3.5mm jack to here, to the one that says monitor. Okay, so the purpose here is the audio that come out from this K1 Live sound card is transferred to the amplifier or receiver. Okay, so again, I connected the 3.5mm jack to here, monitor, and then the other two, the RCA, we will connect this one to the back of this amplifier receiver. Okay, so as you notice, my amplifier receiver is a bit old, but anyway, if you have something like this, then this is going to be the setup. So from here, you have these options. So it's up to you if you want to connect it to phono, CD, or video. So I'm just going to select a CD, and we have to make sure at the front to set this one to CD as well. Otherwise, it will not pick up the audio coming from the K1 Live sound card. And by the way, these cords here, these are connected to the speaker behind me. Okay, so this is now the front view of this amplifier receiver. So after I turned it on, so I have to make sure it is set to CD. If, for example, it is set to video, there won't be no audio that will come out from the K1 Live sound card. So again, because we connected the RCA from the back, the one that says CD, then we have to make sure to set this one to CD as well. And now for your background music, you actually have options. You can either connect your background music directly to the K1 Live sound card with a cord or wireless using Bluetooth, or you can also connect your background music to the mixer. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to connect your background music to the mixer, then we can use one of this cord here. So again, we will not be using the yellow one. We'll just use this RCA to 3.5mm jack. Okay, so we'll connect the RCA, the red and white, to here, to the one that says 7/8, just simply white to white, red to red. And then the other end, we will connect to the headphone port of this iPad, or if it's a cell phone, then connect it to the headphone port. If it's a tablet, same thing, connect it to the headphone port of that device. Okay, and now we're all set. I'm going to start recording over here so I can share to you the audio. For example, you are recording it, or maybe you're doing a live streaming while you're doing your karaoke setup wherever you are. Okay, there you go. And now let's turn on this K1 Live sound card. And this one is already turned on. And just to give you a heads up, unfortunately, I cannot really turn my volume so loud because the bigger speaker behind me are super close to me. Okay, let me show you quickly. So those are the speakers behind me. Just to give you a heads up, if your background music is connected to the mixer, your volume control is from the mixer as well as from the device itself. So again, it could be an iPad, tablet, a laptop, or another device. But if your background music is connected to the K1 Live sound card, then this has nothing to do with the background music. So the background music, if it is connected to the K1 directly, not to the mixer, then the volume control is from this device and this accompaniment. So again, because the background music is connected to this mixer, so this accompaniment here doesn't matter if this is up or even zero. So this has nothing to do with the background music volume control on here, because again, as I mentioned, it is connected. Your background music is connected to the mixer, so you can only control your background music volume from this device, whatever you're using, and to this mixer. So again, it's from here, 7/8. Okay, let's play the background music. Maybe I'm gonna start recording now from here also. Okay, of course you won't hear anything because the main volume here is at 0. Let me turn it up. Okay, there you go. Okay, and again, as I mentioned, you can control the volume from here. So turn it up or turn it down. Okay, so something like that. Okay, let me pause it for now. Now let's check our microphone. Okay, so again, the mic 1 is the dynamic microphone. Okay, sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check, testing, 1, 2. And by the way, since I am using both dynamic and condenser microphone, you have to turn on the phantom power. Otherwise, your condenser microphone will not work. Again, I'm going to be testing the dynamic microphone. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. So what I'll do is I'm just going to set everything here at the middle, my high, mid, and low, and effect, and pan. And the compressor, it's up to you to adjust whatever is your preferred vocals. And the gain here, I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit more because the dynamic microphone is not as powerful as the condenser microphone. Okay, sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check, testing, 1, 2. I think that should be okay. And now I'm going to test the condenser microphone. And by the way, the volume control this time of your microphones are from here, so from this mixer. So mic 1 and 2, or if you connected somewhere here, some more microphone from here, then it's going to be over here. And your main volume control is from here. Okay, maybe I'm going to turn off first my echo. There you go. Okay, so again, this is the main volume control for everything. And also, actually, the microphone also you can control from here. If you want to maybe lower it, you can lower it like that or turn it up. So that is because this mixer is connected to the mic port of this K1 Live sound card. Here's the thing: if you don't connect your mixer to the mic port of your K1 Live sound card, say for example, you connect your mixer to the music in of this K1 Live sound card, you are only using the effects from the mixer, but you won't be able to use the effects, let's say the echo reverberation from the K1 Live sound card. Now in this setup, since we connected this mixer, so all the audio coming out from this mixer will come out to this K1 Live sound card. Say for example, you want to use your voice changer from here, you can, because again, your microphone here, which is connected to this mixer and connected to this K1 Live sound card, if it is connected to the mic port, you can use your voice changer. Let's say for example, this one here, so there you go, you can use your voice changer. And also, let's say from here, female sound check, testing 1, 2, or uncle, there you go. So you are able to use, all the effects from this K1 Live sound card as long as you connected your mixer to the mic port of this K1 Live sound card. If it's not connected to here through the mic port, let's say to the auxiliary in or the music in, then you are only using the effects from the mixer. Okay, but again, it's all up to you, whatever is your preference. Okay, so again, this is the audio output using without any effects, and I even set to dry over here. So that means even if I put echo on here, there won't be no echo because I set this one to dry. And by the way, if you want to know everything, all the features in this K1 Live sound card, I will be adding a description below my link on my detailed review on this K1 Live sound card. Okay, now let's test the condenser microphone. Okay, I'm going to turn on the volume from here. There you go. Sound check testing 1, 2. So this time I am using the Beam 800 condenser microphone connected to this mixer and then connected to this K1 Live sound card. So same as I showed you earlier, pretty much the same. You can control your volume of your microphone from here. So again, it's connected to here. I just lowered it a bit because condenser microphone is more powerful than the dynamic microphone. And I set my effects here to 0, so you won't hear any reverberation or effects yet. And plus, I set it to dry over here, and that's why there is no effect. So your voice is really flat. And same, you can use the sound effects on here. If you want to use, let's say, the preset sound effects, you can also, let's maybe press a few. There you go, or this one. And if you want to make it louder, you can turn this up, the one that says specific, let's say this one here. And if you want to make it louder, you can control it from this amplifier. Okay, maybe this clap. Okay, there you go. Okay, unfortunately, I cannot really turn my my volume so loud because the speaker is behind me and it could feedback. And now let's give it a try. Let's do a sample right away, doing a karaoke, let's say karaoke setup. Okay, maybe I will try first the dynamic microphone. Now that I am about to give you a sample karaoke setup, you have to make sure don't set it to dry, otherwise there won't be no effect other than the effects coming from this mixer, so something like that. And plus, if you want to use the effects from here, make sure not to set it to dry. Set even my, you can use that, or you can use MC or Anchor. So it's up to you, whatever you preferred. Maybe let's set it to beautify. And now let's set our echo to about 25%. You can also add effects from this mixer, and that is a good thing if you have mixer, because you can add effects from the mixer plus the effects from this K1 Live sound card. Okay, let's give a sample right now. Okay, let's play this background. Let's play this music on here. Okay, maybe. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Ugma kong alus ay titigihin mo upay. Di mo kasing-kasing ibutang sintuhay. Ayagod pagsakitan, yan ayaw paglinguan. Paghiruti bangin sa dughan mo, hin mawala. Akong titipikan. Okay, so this time let me give you a short sample using this condenser microphone. Akong titipigan ang imo mga saan. Bisan nung dangatan, di kita magbubulag. Saad nga waray lain, kung magpapabilin, waray magtatagbiya, hinin akon kasing-kasing. Okay, there you go. So again, that is just a sample. Again, you could turn your volume so high as long as you are not so close to your speakers. And now what I'll do is we will test if this condenser microphone connected directly to this K1 Live sound card. And for that, what we'll do is I'm going to remove this one now. And I showed you this one here earlier. So this is the 3.5 millimeter jack to XLR cable. So we will connect one end here. And then we will connect this one to the mic port, to the other mic port of this K1 Live sound card. Okay, there you go. Okay, and now let's test it out. Okay, sound check testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. Okay, there you go. So right now I am now using the condenser microphone or beam condenser microphone directly connected to this K1 Live sound card. So if this is the case, let's say for example, you connected one microphone to this K1 Live sound card and another microphone to your mixer, then for sure you can do that as well. Okay, so let me just turn my volume up from here. Okay, there you go. And right now I am using the dynamic microphone connected to the mixer. And this one right now is Beam 800 microphone connected directly from this K1 Live sound card. Let me add some effects. I'm going to go back to Beautify again. And I'm going to add some echo. Okay, there you go. Sound check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. Sound check. Okay, sound check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. And again, this is the microphone, dynamic microphone connected to this mixer. Sound check. Testing 1 2. So as you notice, you have a louder audio output if your microphone is connected to the mixer compared to the microphone connected directly to the K1 Live sound card. Okay, there you go. Sound check. Testing 1 2. So again, this is the Beam 800 condenser microphone connected directly to the K1 Live sound card. And this is the dynamic microphone connected to the mixer. So again, whatever you have, if for example, you have no option, you want to connect one microphone to the K1 Live sound card and more microphone connected to the mixer, I just wanted to show you that it is possible to connect them both, and it does work. The only difference is if the microphone, so let's say for example, this microphone, because this is connected to the K1 Live sound card, then it has nothing to do with the mixer. So your control for your microphone here is only through here. And the monitor and the microphone here. So that's it. And from here, as I showed you earlier, if you have the mixer, if your microphone is connected to the mixer, you can turn it up from here. You can turn your mic volume some more from here, like this is the main volume, and plus the volume, mic volume from the K1 Live sound card, and plus the volume control from here, from your amplifier. And there you go. I just wanted to show you the difference if it is connected to here. And now let me show you a short sample microphone. BM800 condenser microphone is directly connected to K1 Live sound card, while your background music is connected to the mixer.
Kung halus ay pipigil maupay, di mo kasing-kasing ibutang sintuhay. Ayaw gud pagsakita, na ayaw haglinguan, paghirot ibanin sa dughan mo himawara.
Okay, there you go. So as you notice, that is the audio output if you connected your condenser microphone directly to the K1 Live sound card. Let's say, for example, you want to connect your background music directly to the K1 Live sound card. That is also possible. If you do not want to connect your background music to the mixer, of course, it is possible. You can even use wireless using Bluetooth. So pretty much what you do is you go to the settings of whatever device you're using, go to Bluetooth, and on the option here, make sure it's turned on, of course, and the K1 is as here. K1 is already connected. So you can connect your background music to the K1 Live sound card directly using Bluetooth. So once they are connected, so this time your control of your background music volume is no longer from this mixer. So it has nothing to do with the mixer. So now the volume control of your background music is from this device again, and from this K1 Live sound card, so from the accompaniment. Now let's test how loud is the background music this time. Okay, because as I mentioned, it is now connected to here, so the volume control is from this accompaniment. So we have to make sure this one is up. And then this one is up also over here. There you go. So it's almost at 0. Okay, there you go. And you can turn it up from here. There you go. Let me now give you a short sample again.
Ugma kong alus ay ipigilin maupay. Di mo kasing-kasing ibutang sintuhay. Ayaw ko't pagsakita, ngan ayaw paglinguan. Paghirot ibangin sa dughan mo, hinmawara. Akong gintitipigan ang imong mga saan. Di sandangatan di kita magbubulag. Saag nga waray lain, kung magpapabilin. Waray magtatagpiya, hinin akon kasing-kasing.
Okay, there you go. So now, as you can see, you can connect your background music directly to this K1 Live sound card, and plus you can again connect some microphones on here and microphones connected to this mixer. And there you go. That's all I can share for today. Thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope this gives you an idea regarding the different connections that I showed you. And if you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of video, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet. And hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.